What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video, and today we are doing a film breakdown on the Giants defense. Now, whether or not I posted my Giants film breakdown for their first drive, their first offensive drive that resulted in touchdown, which one I upload first, but if you're seeing this for the first time, make sure you guys hit that like button and subscribe if you know I'm going to be doing this for all Giants games and abroad NFL games for other NFL teams. But, of course, I have to break down the New York Giants first. And today we're going to go through their defensive woes. Now, I will highlight some good stuff, not too much good stuff, because I really want to focus on what we need to do to get better and what really happened. Because this is all 22 film, so we'll be able to discuss in further detail, and I'll kind of give you my film analysis on this of me going. And I went through the whole game, and I picked out my favorite plays. Not really my favorite, but the ones I really want to highlight and go over with you guys. So first up, all right. So let's break this down. This is a first down play here. As you can see, Ezekiel Elliott first moves into the slot and moves back in his regular running back position. But check this out. You go into the play. And I hate how this thing just keeps acting up. Like, leave me alone. Alright, so you go into the play here. And nobody's matched up on Amari Cooper. The best receiver on the field. Nobody is matched up on Amari Cooper. I don't even care if it's zone. I don't care if it's man. There should always be somebody in front of him. This is a 2nd down and 8. So basically, they just need to get pretty much here. Right? 2nd down and 8. If my math is correct, they gotta get somewhere around in this area, right? The closest person is Antoine Bethea, matched up on a marker. The best receiver on the field, by the way. Should be Janoris Jenkins, but that's neither here or there. This play is ran. Of course, the linebackers pay no mind to him. They're focused on Ezekiel Elliott more than they are the open number 1 wide receiver right here. They roll coverage. Jabril Peppers is of course, getting the strong side. I really don't know why this thing is leave me alone. Why is this thing... There we go. As you can see here, they bite on play action hard, like I've been talking about in my preview. They're going to bite on play action hard, and look what's going to happen. Quick throws, quick slants. That's how they're going to kill us. Who was in the vicinity? Antoine Bethea all by himself. 10 yards off of Amari Cooper. The best receiver on the field. 10 yards off of Amari Cooper. No linebacker help at all. Easy pickings. First down. First freaking down. Alright? That's the first play I wanted to go over. Next up, I do want to highlight something that is nice that I've seen from the Giants. Okay? So, this is an incomplete pass, and it was actually guarded pretty well. Now, I'm going to make sure. Alright? So, DeAndre Baker is on Amari Cooper here. The play goes to Jason Witten, and it's guarded up pretty nicely, as you can see here. Two high safety look. Jabril Peppers giving a little help to DeAndre Baker, and they did help DeAndre Baker. I said that in their recap. I was like, why isn't anybody helping DeAndre Baker? Well, Jabril Peppers, this is why film is so good. See, Dak Prescott obviously was reading Amari Cooper first. Jabril Peppers was there to help DeAndre Baker, and that's what you want to see. Somebody helping the rookie out. You know, it doesn't matter if he's a first-round pick, and he's going to struggle. And I'm matched up on the best receiver on the team. Dak Prescott looks off Amari Cooper because, you know, there's safety help, and DeAndre Baker does a good job boxing out. And Alec Ogletree is guarding Jason Witten here. This is guarded up pretty nicely. I'm liking how the defense is run here, and the pass is thrown for Witten. And it's incomplete. So, that was guarded up nicely. I liked what I saw from there. Alright, next up, I want to highlight something between bad defense and good offense. Now, this was a good offense type of play here. I don't really want to blame the defense too much, although I think they had a little too much linebackers on the field just because that they're in an empty set here. They should have switched out for another defensive back because obviously you know that they are going to pass it here. So you should have less linebackers on the field. Take out Tay Davis, take out Alec Ogletree, something like that. You know, give it a good, you know, dime look. So, now we move on here. And Jameez Olawale comes back in and run for me. You know they're not going to run it anyway with Jameez Olawale. So, Randall Cobb here. Here's Randall Cobb. And he is going to cut inside over the middle to the linebackers, run through the linebackers, and that's just matchup nightmare here. Tay Davis on Randall Cobb on Tay Davis. And that's just, you would like to see that played a little better by Tay Davis, but he did what he can there. That's a good receiver in Randall Cobb. That to me was just good offense, good offensive scheming. You can't really blame too much on the defense. They did what they can. Of course, you don't want to act like that's okay or anything like that, but just know the difference between bad defense and good offense. And I think this was a good offense type play here. Alright guys, you guys know I've been talking about this in my recap. I talked about this in the streams. You guys know, when Ezekiel Elliott went out wide here, was split out wide, the defense was just so confused. They didn't know who to throw out there. Markus Golden wound up being the guy guarding up on Ezekiel Elliott. But to me, just because of who the Giants threw out there, Markus Golden could have been the guy. Alright, but even though, I think DeAndre Baker should have been moved up to get Ezekiel Elliott. Obviously, they didn't have time to do that. He's already across the field. They had to improvise. Or Jabril Peppers. Jabril Peppers should have been there as well. Have somebody, so one of these guys get Jason Witten. There was just not enough game planning for this game. James Betcher didn't do a lot of game planning. So without further ado, let's get on to the play. So, you see this. Look, Janoris Jenkins is like, listen, hey, Ezekiel Elliott's out here. Did you guys know that? Like, nobody really cares. Nobody cares. Nobody cares that Ezekiel Elliott just split out wide. Janoris Jenkins said, hey, yo, somebody, get this guy. Get this guy. Markus Golden's like, oh, my God, he's out there. I guess I'll do it. See, he volunteered at first. Tay Davis volunteered at first, and he was like, oh, okay, Markus got him. Markus Golden got him. Honestly, I'd give Tay Davis a good chance on Ezekiel Elliott over on Markus Golden all day. Like I said, it should have been Jabril Peppers. Could have been DeAndre Baker. If you guys can't see at the top of the screen here, I could just slow it down. Jameez Olawale is on the top of the screen. DeAndre Baker's on Jameez Olawale. What a waste of talent there. He should be guarding somebody better. But this was just bad. And let's look at this here. Now, Markus Golden does get safety help, okay? Dak Prescott loads up, and he goes to the slot receiver here, but Antoine Bethea is already making his way to Ezekiel Elliott just in case that type of thing happened. And they improvised pretty well. And you guys know I ragged on the Giants for this, but they improvised and they actually played it pretty well. It wound up being incomplete. They got the safety help over the top, and that's something that regular broadcast film doesn't show you. Coach's film does show you this. So they played it pretty well. Like I said, Tay Davis volunteered at first. I would have rather had Tay Davis out there. We can go back. You can see that Tay Davis, I'm sorry. That was way too, not far back enough. Tay Davis volunteered himself, and Markus Golden said, no, I got it. I'll get him. I got it. And that's how they improvise. There just needs to be more game planning. Alright, next up, we have a cover 3 from the New York Giants. This is 3rd down and 4, so they need to not let up any yards here. Again, the defensive play calling was just bad. Why do you have your corners 10 yards off the receivers as on a 3rd down and 4 where they could just get a little hitch route real quick and just pick up the 4 yards? I don't get it, but that's what they decided to do anyway. Let's slow this down. This is going to be a cover 3 from the Giants. All right, let's slow it down. Oshane Jimenez almost gets a offsides here, but let's check this out. So they're going to go to Michael Gallup here. They're running they're audibling, and it seems like they're just going to get Michael Gallup on the post here because he recognizes the cover 3, and you're going to see how this plays out. All right, so the ball is snapped. This is cover 3 here. And I don't know what this, I think this is Tay Davis out here. He really got off his zone. He's supposed to be over here in this area. He just gets a flat zone. I guess he was on the flat zone. I guess this is Alec Ogletree's zone right here. Tay Davis was on the flat zone. Alec Ogletree is supposed to be there. He pays too much attention to this side where there's 1, 2, 3 guys here and not enough guys over here with the personnel matched up. He needs to help out over here, and he just lets both of these guys go. Actually, he doesn't even get to Tony Pollard. Lets both of these guys go, and DeAndre Baker is guarding the outside third over here, and he's not even supposed to be on Michael Gallup this far back, or this up front here. And DeAndre Baker has to do his best to go get Michael Gallup, and Alec Ogletree still there, not paying attention. So this wasn't just DeAndre Baker's fault. We could even go back here, and I'll take out the slow. You could see that this was just a defensive breakdown, man. Tay Davis on the outside flat with two receivers here. Linebackers not there, not paying attention. All right. Linebackers just not paying attention. Like, look at his attention. Goes straight to Jason Witten. Not these guys over here. Tony Pollard here. Alec Ogletree. His body is still faced over here. Still faced over here. With Michael Gallup coming up on the post, DeAndre Baker has to get out of his zone, which he's supposed to be dropping back into cover 3. He's supposed to get out of his zone and go get Michael Gallup. Alec Ogletree, last second, with a good, 6 yards of separation. 6 yards of separation. Michael Gallup is there for the catch. Ridiculous. This is definitely Alec Ogletree's fault. He really struggles in pass coverage, and we'll see that later on. Also, I have a play I want to talk about as well. All right, this is going to be the Blake Jarwin touchdown. Now, the New York Giants are going to fake a cover 4. They're going to disguise a cover 4 and actually run a cover 3. But to me, they would have been better off just sticking with the cover 4 here. They've got these two safeties coming down here. They're matching up with the corners. They're signaling cover 4. And then these outside corners, right off the snap, are going to drop back in zone. So that would tell you cover 4 if these guys would drop back as well. So Jabril also drops back, but Antoine Bethea is going to stay there. Antoine Bethea bites so hard on the play action as a safety. Bites so hard on the play action. Look how far he's at the 20-yard line right now. Look at all these guys far back here. Look at Blake Jarwin. Nobody next to him. Antoine Bethea, not even close. If Antoine Bethea didn't bite on the play action, he could have angled up. If this catch was caught, if this ball was caught, been tackled around right here. If he got a little push, maybe right here. Instead, it's an easy touchdown. Antoine Bethea's reaction time is retarded, and nobody there. I thought, on the broadcast, I thought this was a cover 2 and just splitting the defense. No, this was not a cover 2. This is a cover 3 look. Cover 3 look. And you got to put some on the blame on Jabril Peppers as well. Because Jabril Peppers should have the middle third. So Jabril Peppers sticks to the slot a little too long. Right? He starts guarding up. I think this is Randall Cobb here. Starts moving back here, trying to help out the defense over here, which is unnecessary when he sees this guy here. Again, look at the reaction time. Look at the reaction time to Peppers, okay? Blake Jarwin is already in the clear. Let's slow this down. Blake Jarwin's already in the clear. Look at by the time Jabril Peppers responds and reacts to Blake Jarwin. He doesn't see him. He doesn't see him. He still doesn't see him. He still doesn't see him. Keep going. Come on. Keep going. Hello? Keep going. He now sees him. He finally sees him. The ball's already thrown. Look at the ball's right here. He just saw him. He just saw him. If this is anybody's fault, it's Jabril Peppers. Antoine Bethea, again, shouldn't have bit on that play action that hard. Would have had a chance there. But this is Jabril Peppers' fault. Alright, we're going to highlight this play here with Antonio Hamilton. We're going to talk a lot about Antonio Hamilton. I don't understand why Antonio Hamilton was on the field, especially playing outside corner against Michael Gallup after we've seen what happened with Michael Gallup, how good he's been playing. Again, you're going to look at the same look here. Another cover 3. The Giants run a lot of cover 3 and a lot of cover 3 zone. A lot more zone this year from the Giants. They used to play a lot of man. A lot more zone this year, and this was just terrible. This shouldn't have went for how much it went for. At all. At all. No excuses here. Okay? Fine. You're playing back in cover 3 zone. You're not a good cornerback. Fine. Okay? This play should have ended right here. This ball should have been dead right here, whether that's caught or incomplete. Dead right here. Run into the guy's back and tackle him. You have Antoine Bethea here to help you with the tackle. He instead hugs him hugs him, wants to congratulate him for catching the ball, and totally whiffs on it. Totally whiffs on it. Not giving Antoine Bethea a good angle because it would be friendly fire here. He's getting in the way of Antoine Bethea making the tackle. Ridiculous. And he still runs for another 15 yards. So there's going to be now Antonio Hamilton on Randall Cobb, number 18. So here's Randall Cobb. And DeAndre Baker is also here. DeAndre Baker gets completely demolished here. Has to flip the other way. Doesn't recover too well. If Michael Gallup ran a post here, it would have been over. Which he does. Which he does. And let's move back to Antonio Hamilton. So Antonio Hamilton here looks like he's playing some kind of zone here because I don't know really who he's covering. First he looks up on Michael Gallup. Then he turns his attention to Randall Cobb here. It looks like they're playing zone here just by how the rest of the defense looks. Looks like they're playing zone. And then you see Antonio Hamilton here. And boom. Play has been caught. Set the edge here. Grab his arm. And he's trying to stiff arm you. Trying to push you out the way. Grab his arm and tackle him. No. He lets him touch him. Show me on this doll where he touched you. Right in my head, coach. Right in my head. Pushes him off. This play should have been over right here. Pushes him off. Continues to run for more yardage. Another 7 yards. 7 to 8 yards to the 3-yard line. Or the 2-yard line. And the play keeps going. Antonio Hamilton allows the run after the catch. The run after contact. So, see here. Should have been done right here. Right here. Pushes him off like he's a little boy. And runs for an extra 7 yards. And the defense is pissed. Alright guys, this is something I've been talking about ever since DeAndre Baker was drafted. I told you guys that this would be a problem from DeAndre Baker. This is the Amari Cooper touchdown on DeAndre. Now, this is going to be a cover 1. So the Giants are running something different. They're running a cover 1, and to me, it looks fine to me. Not really liking the cover 1 just because of how bunched up these receivers are. Playing man defense when you're bunched up on receivers can be very, very difficult. So I'm not liking the cover 1 look from the Giants. They should have just switched out to zone from here, at least right here, and have somebody in the flat, have someone in the middle read here. But not liking the cover 1, so they're already off to a bad start here. And running that cover 1 is going to have this player right here. I believe this is I think this is Jabril Peppers or Antoine. I think this is Antoine Bethea playing the single high center fielder. And this leaves DeAndre Baker by himself, man coverage on the Amari Cooper here. A big test for DeAndre Baker as he moves back just a little bit. And right off the bat, this is something I've seen from college from DeAndre Baker in Georgia. He cannot keep up with receivers downfield that are fast. He doesn't have the quickness. On top of that, doesn't have the good reaction time. Flips his hips very well. You can see he stays in front of him just a little bit. But eventually, Amari Cooper just, look at it. Look how fast Amari Cooper got past DeAndre Baker. He doesn't have the downfield quickness. And Antoine Bethea, he has to play center field. He doesn't know where to go. He has to look at everybody before, he looks at him. And, Antoine Bethea, there's not much he can do there. Now, I was complaining, saying there should be safety help there, but you're playing a single high safety, with this spread out offense here. I mean, you can't. I mean, it's going to be hard for Antoine Bethea to do something. This is all DeAndre Baker here, man. I said this from the get-go. DeAndre Baker, when I watched him on film, cannot keep up with receivers downfield. Doesn't have the quickness to do it. On top of that, his press man is very overrated. A lot of people saying his press man is great. His press man may be his best talent, but his press man isn't everything. It's not what he's good at. He didn't press here. But he's playing man, and it was totally beat on this play. Touchdown, Amari Cooper. All right, here is where I'm going to rant a little bit. I cannot. You allowed James Betcher, allowed Amari Cooper to run up here in the slot. Again, we talked about this in the first play that I highlighted. You don't leave Amari Cooper wide open by himself. The best receiver on the field. You don't leave him with nobody in front of him. Antoine Bethea has the responsibilities of the slot. And Amari Cooper is here. Why on earth is 35-year-old Antoine Bethea on a young stud receiver like Amari Cooper. This was doomed from the get-go. On top of that, it's man defense. This is not even zone. He's straight up matched up, toe for toe with Amari Cooper, and it's mismatched from the get-go. He runs a beautiful stop and go, and I'll play this in full. Look at this. Look at the yards of separation. Oh my God, this is 4 yards of separation. This is ridiculous before he even makes the catch. It's ridiculous. Let's move back here. Beautiful stop and go by Amari Cooper. He knew exactly when to run this. Antoine Bethea was playing too conservative. Look at this. I'll run this in full time. I won't even interrupt this at all. This is beautiful. Look at that stop and go. Look at the yards of separation. Holy smokes. You don't do this, James Betcher. I don't want to see this on Cole Beasley on Sunday. I don't want to see Antoine Bethea on Cole Beasley, who has been a Giant killer in the past, that's very familiar with the Giants. I don't want to see this. Or John Brown, another speedy receiver that they have. You don't want to see this. You don't. And the last play I'm going to highlight is a touchdown for Randall Cobb. Now, this is what I've been telling you guys in my keys to success. Do not bite on the play action. They're going to kill you. How many times I have to say it? They're going to kill you through the play action. I've watched the Cowboys too many times to notice this. Okay? The Giants are going to come out in a cover 2 zone. All right? Jabril Peppers and Antoine Bethea out here in the cover 2 zone. They're obviously going to drop back. They're going to go their separate ways and guard the two halves of the field. So, Grant Haley has this zone here. Alec Ogletree has the middle read, and then Ryan Connolly has the zone out here. So this is a basic cover 2 defense. It's nothing too complicated, all right? Grant Haley's playing slot. He's not going to stick with Amari. He's actually going to bite on the play action. The corner is going to bite on the play action and get off his positioning from freaking Randall Cobb. And gets right by him. He allows him right through. He understands this is a cover 2. He understands that the slot receiver always has the advantage in a cover 2 because their straight line positioning is right through the weakness of the defense. Right up the middle. You bite on the play action. Hard. He gets off his positioning so bad. The ball snapped. You have 4 guys here, 6 guys here that can cover the run. The cornerback has no responsibility in biting on play action. You always guard the receiver downfield, Grant Haley. Got off your positioning. You're a good one yard right to Randall Cobb. And you completely let him through. Now, I understand you letting him through because you do play zone. You do have your responsibility. You have Jason Wynn coming around here. You have to look out for him too. Okay, fine. But you bite on the play action. You don't give a push at all. You don't get Amari Cooper, Randall Cobb off his step at all. And easy pickings there. Now, look at the safeties. This is not the safety's fault. This isn't. This is just a bad breakdown in defense. He has to help out. This safety, I think this is Jabril Peppers, has to help out here on the outside. Antoine Bethea also had to help out here on the outside. There's no room for the safeties to guard the middle. That's not what you do. The safeties don't do that in a cover 2. Okay? So, the breakdown. This is just absolutely ridiculous. It should not happen. You have to stop biting on the play action, guys. And a lot of you guys may be sick and tired of hearing me saying this. But you have to stop biting on the play action. It's so crucial, especially with not a decent linebacking core that we have. We can't afford to miss a step. We can't afford to move 1 step forward and 3 steps back because we'll just be too late constantly. So that's what I got for you guys today. That's my defensive breakdown for the defense. That's my film breakdown for the defense for the New York Giants. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Leave a like if you guys enjoyed. Subscribe if you guys are new. And I will see you guys in the next video.